Class 6 Science. Topic: The living organisms' characteristics and habitats. Objective: by the end of this lesson, students should be able to understand the characteristics of living organisms and their habitats. Materials: whiteboard and markers or chalkboard and chalk. Projector, optional, for multimedia presentations. Pictures or diagrams of different habitats. Worksheets or handouts on living organisms and their characteristics. Introduction, 10 minutes. Begin the lesson by engaging the students with a question: what makes something a living organism? Can you name some characteristics that living things have? Allow a brief discussion and record students' responses on the board. Explain that living organisms possess specific characteristics that distinguish them from non-living things. Tell them that during the lesson, they will learn about these characteristics and how living organisms adapt to their habitats. Main lesson, 30 minutes. Start by introducing the characteristics of living organisms. A cellular organization. Explain that living things are made up of cells, which are the basic building blocks of life. B. Growth and development. Living organisms grow and change over time. C. Response to stimuli. Living things respond to changes in their environment. D. Homeostasis. Living organisms maintain a stable internal environment. E. Reproduction. Living things can produce offspring of their own kind. F. Heredity. Living organisms pass on traits and characteristics to their offspring through genes. Discuss the diverse habitats in which living organisms are found. Show pictures or diagrams of various habitats like forests, deserts, oceans, grasslands, etc. Explain how different organisms are adapted to their specific habitats. For example, desert animals have adaptations to conserve water. Aquatic plants have adaptations to live in water. Arctic animals have thick fur and blubber to survive in cold temperatures. Forest-dwelling organisms may have camouflage to blend in with their surroundings. Encourage student participation by asking questions and seeking examples of specific adaptations from the class. Activity, 15 minutes. Divide the students into small groups. Provide each group with a worksheet or handout that contains questions related to the characteristics of living organisms and their adaptations to different habitats. Instruct the students to discuss and answer the questions within their groups. Circulate among the groups to provide guidance and clarification as needed. Conclusion, 5 minutes. Bring the class back together and review the key points of the lesson, emphasizing the characteristics of living organisms and their adaptation to different habitats. Summarize the importance of understanding living organisms and their habitats in the study of science and the conservation of biodiversity. Homework. Assign homework that reinforces the concepts learned in class. It could include questions about specific adaptations of organisms in different habitats or researching and drawing a picture of an organism and its habitat. Assessment. Assessment can be based on class participation, group activity performance, and the accuracy of answers provided during the lesson and in the homework. Remember that this lesson plan is just a guide and can be modified based on the specific needs and requirements of your students and educational institution. Make sure to provide a safe and inclusive learning environment for all students.